Find your beat, your moment of calm. Find your potential.
So I'm in Fairfield, Connecticut. It's Election Showdown 2022. And who's going to win? I'm actually here. I see someone standing outside promoting the Republican Party. We're going to have a conversation for a second. Peter Ambrose is here. Peter, how are you? Mark Pyers.
Mark, nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you. So I'm here. I have a YouTube channel, and we're just trying to get out and see, how people feel about the election. What do you think about the prospects for us today?
I love the fact that so many people are coming out to vote. That's
Absolutely.
a healthy sign.
Absolutely.
That's a good sign. And I don't know. I'm supporting these candidates. I hope they win, but it's important that everyone partakes.
Absolutely.
in this right that we have.
Have you felt that over the last 2-4 years specifically, people have had an opinion, but they haven't been able to really voice that opinion because friends will immediately cancel instead of just a debate?
What I'm concerned about is the issues that come up when people have those differences because of severed relationships.
Absolutely.
Which is horrendous. And we're supposed to have to keep a more centrist mind.
Absolutely.
I think it's unfortunate. The country has gotten so divided. I think we also have to cross aisles.
Oh, for sure. We have to be able to shake hands.
And get over it and move on.
I have this theory that the entire narrative is to divide and conquer, and there's an overarching goal to destroy the country. And for someone who just wants to see the American way continue, and for people to be able to speak their mind as a First Amendment person myself, I don't care what anybody says. If I don't like it, I change the channel or I scroll. In 2022, if you don't like what I say, you could get me canceled.
Well,
and that's the problem with the way we are living this society. And so that has to change. People who aren't creative are making creative decisions, and they shouldn't be able to take creators down because they just don't like their opinion. So I think
that's why I'm here.
Absolutely. That's
why I'm here, because I feel I have to partake in this event, in this right, and it's a good time to talk. Even I've talked to the other side, members of the other side today, and just being able to converse with people in a rational and a kind way is half the issue, half the budget.
Absolutely. Again, if you can't get through a conversation, then we have a bigger problem.
And remind yourself that you're an American.
And you can speak your mind.
And you have the right to do that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, hey, Peter, it was a pleasure to meet you, okay?
Thank you.
Guys, Peter Ambrose. So guys, we're walking down to see if we could have a conversation with the Democrat Party. Let's see if the Democrats will have a conversation with me as well. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
You guys, would you be open to being on my YouTube channel?
No problem, yeah.
Just had a conversation over there. Just figured I'd get both parties, if you don't mind. How's everything going today?
Good.
Exciting time, right?
Absolutely.
I just wanted to see what your impressions are of the next couple years.
Good day. Thank you very much.
How do you think things will turn out today? Do you think it will stay blue? You think it's going to go red? Do you think it's going to be a toss-up? Maybe a little mix? Any thoughts?
You never know.
It's tough to say, right?
Yeah.
Polls never seem to be right, I would say.
Yeah.
They always say, like, oh, this is going to happen, and it's usually the complete opposite.
Yeah.
Oh, let's get a fight. Peter, let's have a fight here. We were just saying in general that people have to start conversing more.
Absolutely. I agree with that.
There's been this overarching narrative of hate and division, and I can't understand it really because we're all just human beings, with different feelings.
Absolutely.
I had this theory that we actually all feel the same emotions, okay? But differently. So I have a friend who would laugh when someone would fall and get hurt. And I couldn't understand that because I wanted to go and help that person up. But he would laugh and cackle. And I would just always look at him kind of like a dog, sideways, what are you? And I realized he feels like he wants to go pick someone up when I'm maybe laughing at a different scenario. So we all feel the same emotions, we just feel them at different times. Therefore, whether you're a Democrat or you're a Republican, we all have blood coursing through our bodies. Absolutely. We're human, and what we need to do is come together and say our differences are our differences, and I respect you for your differences. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? So what do you think? Who do you think is going to take this?
In general, I think it's really hard to say. I
Yeah.
think this cycle is unique in the fact that it's been kind of alternating between the two. I mean, according to polls, but I think it's a really interesting environment as well. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Because I think
Thank you so much.
there's kind of a rift, right, where there are issues, economic issues,
Hello.
that are
Hello,
kind
how are
of leaning. Are you aware of the charter revision question on the ballot? All right. Economic issues that are kind of,
Hello.
I guess, in the favor of one party, but there are a lot of social issues that are in the favor of the other party. So it's a tough decision, I think, for a lot of people.
So it's a toss-up. I think that is a fair analysis. But yeah, I think it's going to really be mostly probably pushed by the economy.
Are you?
What was your name?
I'm Eli.
Eli.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And your name?
I'm Caitlin.
Caitlin. Mark Pyers. Nice to meet you.
I'm
Nice
Nick.
to meet you.
Nick. Nice to meet you guys. So however it winds up turning out, we are supposed to be coming together in some weird way. Let's figure out how to not hate each other so much. Guys, thanks again. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Take care, okay? There you have it. Election 2022 showdown from Fairfield, Connecticut. Make sure you tune in tonight as we go through the results. And if you can, share, like, subscribe. I'll see you later.
Have a good day. Thank you.
Here's why I threw.
It's Tuesday, election night. It's Mark Pyers.
I was walking down the road to
And it's At The Brink. I'm here to ease my mind
the windows of the passing
and help my living.
Look how the
It's
open road
the
affects us
longest running daily variety show on planet Earth, so please subscribe, ding the bell, hit all notifications on, and remember we do this every single night since December 31st, 2018. We're closing in on our 5th year in a row. Who's ready to continue this journey? Well, first we have to get through tonight. We have to figure out who is going to be leading this country or pushing for the policies of the next 2 years. It's going to be an interesting night. I have the results. We're going to be, or some of them, we're going to be pulling them up and talking about them, and I want to hear from you guys. We may do some Zoom call-ins, just it's not going to be very long, but maybe a little bit in order for us to really get into what's happening here. This is pivotal. They always say, these are pivotal elections. I think this one's pivotal. There's something to live for. Oh yeah, there's something to die for. Yeah, yeah. There's something to live for. Yeah, there's something to die for. Yeah. Amazing how often I forget the old days. Oh, this song is fly, man.
while the birds fly around and sing. There's something to live for, yeah, yeah, yeah. There's something to die for, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, goodness, guys. So what do you think? Who's going to win? Are we going to be a blue country for another couple of years here? Or are we dealing with a red situation? Joanne, keep the wheeze down. We're in the middle of something to live for. I'm dancing, Joanne. Sabrask, finish up your yoo-hoo. We need a woo-hoo.
There's something to die for, something to live for. I need more. Yeah. Something to die for. Oh, won't you give me more? Hey, so many perfect ways to spend your days. It hit me. Yeah, yeah.
Sabrask,
Something to live for, yeah, yeah, yeah. There's something to die for, yeah, yeah, yeah. There's something to live for, yeah, yeah, yeah. There's something to die for.
that friggin' throat's nice and limber. Give me a woohoo! Throwing it to you. Woohoo! Right? Guys, I was here. You were there. Zabrosk, he's over. What, Joanne? We know you're back there. We can't freaking miss you with the wheeze. Yeah, I'm back here. We freaking know. She's always taking over the show. You know, was that Zabrosk? No, Zabrosk, it was a good one. I don't know, 7.8. Zabrosk, what are you thinking? It's Grammy worthy. No, I'm sorry. It was good. I mean, it was very good, Zabrosk, okay? But it was no Grammy-worthy performance, partially because of Joanne's wheeze. Like, she's just taking over your performance. You know, sometimes when someone's just, you know, like, there's the star's on stage, and there's someone just clearly trying to take, you know, he's in the background going, like that guy? No good. You know, you never want to be on stage as the star, and in the background, you got a guy going, you know, and yeah, that's no good. You know, because all of a sudden, then you're there, double-decker style. What's that? No, Joanne, I'll share the stage with you anytime, you know. Partially because I can just have people, you know, their jaws will hit the ground when they see you. Anyway, guys, election results 2020 friggin' 2, right? Let's see if we can pull it up here. Joanne, do me a favor. No wheezing. Not the right song. We're going with a little French tango background. I wrote this somewhere in the 300 or 400 day of this show. Little piano in the background. I don't know, I always feel like a tango. I think I should rock out on this. I just don't think it's in the right key. I told you at the beginning I was at 440. This is, I think, a 440 piece. Ooh, election night, yes. There's going to be a change in the guard. Maybe, I don't know, can't look into the future. Oh, yeah, unless you're Markstradamus, which you know I am. Yes, I'm Markstradamus. I see the future, yeah, been talking about it for years. You can go back over the last 4.5 years of this show and see I'm truthful. Yep. Everything I said came true, yeah, and they kept canceling me and you from coming together, yeah. But let's get into these election results, yeah, 'cause even if you think you win, you may be losing, 'cause it's always like 1% don't report it. What is with that? They'll have a check mark next to somebody, it's got a 1% reported. What are we? 1% reported. Yeah, check mark. Somebody explain that one to me. Joanne, wheeze down. You know, when I put this over to the other screen, Joanne, if you're still wheezing, we're gonna have a problem. Let's see. All we have to do, Joanne, is get to what we need to get to, and then you're there, and you're doing it with me. No, Joanne, not like that. Joanne, why am I not on the screen? I'm here trying to do it. Oh. Thank you, Joanne, for putting me on the screen finally. She always forgets, you know. Anyway, guys, we're doing it. Here we go. This is what we're going to get into. It's a little bit of Joanne in the background, mostly me, you know, reading some results. So it looks like at the moment that stake is a control of narrowly divided Senate. You know, this was a little while ago, but the Dems are up 42 to 40. These is no good. 50 is the threshold, guys. Look at, and they have 42. Who the frig is voting for 42 and 40? You know what? There should be just no, I don't even. It's going to be a nightmare again for another 2 years. How? You know what it is? The propaganda machine is so strong that they just push these lies like freaking ridiculously. Where there's like, oh my goodness, it's going to be dangerous if... And I'm like, how could it be dangerous if the last 2 years everything's fallen into the friggin' pits of hell, but it's going to be dangerous if the other people who ran the country very well for 4 years get power. I'm like, what? This is really ridiculous. But they keep saying it over and over and over and putting money at it and throwing money at it. And after a little while, the stupidity rises to the top. While Democrats have been weighed down this year. Oh, here we go. This is a kind of a little opinion piece here, Joanne. What's that? No, Joanne, you can't read it with the wheeze. While Democrats have been weighed down this year by President Sleepy Poopy Pants Biden's lackluster approval ratings and a painful economic environment, Republicans did themselves no favors by nominating a slate of controversial. Joanne, can you not read it like word by word? You do know if you're going to sight read like you're doing it cold read style, you got to read a couple words in advance in your mind and say the words that the people are expecting to hear, like a second or two behind that. That's how it works. I'm going to just do it. Hold on a minute. I need a little coffee first. What's that? No, Joanne, I know it's the size of my head. I like my coffee. Let's do this one again, Joanne. I'm not going to do a full reverse Jim Carrey style, but just a little. Yes, while Democrats have been weighed down this year by President Joe Biden's lackluster approval ratings and a painful economic environment, Republicans did themselves no favor by nominating a slate of controversial candidates in several top battleground states. Democrats are fighting to protect vulnerable incumbents in Arizona, Nevada, Georgia, and New Hampshire as Republicans look to defend Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Ohio, and North Carolina. Who's winning the Senate so far, Joanne? Oh, so this is the one I wanted to ask about. This freaking Chooch, okay? How did he win already? 21% of the vote is in. That means that 79%, Joanne, is not in, and they've already given it to freaking Choocha. Like, nobody wants more menthol. It's no good for you. Let's get blue menthol. Oh, all of a sudden, so blue menthol's all of a sudden good? Hold on a second. You want to go out there and get rid of like natural petroleum, gasoline, and all the others? Fracking? No fracking. But you want to, go from menthol to blue menthol? That is where I draw the line. I am not interested in going and like having some sort of chemistry set out and making a blue menthol out of it. Like, wait a second, I have menthol. Kills people. Let's throw blue in there as well. You want to have a blue menthol? Are you freaking kidding me over and over? Creepy McGee says he was in Vietnam, wasn't, lied. Let's keep making him the guy to destroy the state. My state, by the way. That's why I'm clicking on it, because it's my freaking state and this freaking blue menthol guy. Like, what are we doing over here? Oh, destroying the minds and the children's lungs with blue menthol. Anyway, guys, when you're down it, you're down it. Hold on 1 minute. I have to take this. I'm going to pop something on. I don't know. Actually, I do know. Hold on. I don't think it's going to work, so let me just pop something else on here. Is this anything? Give me something. This was something right here. Wasn't it? Okay. Hold on. No. Guys, I got to give you a piece of music for a second here because I have to take a phone call. If you could give me a moment. Oh, God almighty, I hit the sign out button. I freaking hate doing that. Now I gotta log and sign back in, freaking Joe. What are we talking about over here, Joanne? Stupid McGee. Now it's going to ask me to do other... Sign me back in, Joanne, you chooch. Sometimes when you have Choochie McGee over there, why the is that not working now? You know, like now I got to put my whole password back in. This is what I'm talking about. Oh, God almighty. Good thing it doesn't show anything on the screen. Goodness. God almighty, that's not it! That's not the one I want to get into anyway. Freaking A, man. You know, this is the problem when you're doing it and you're doing it wrong. Oh my goodness. That's it. I was just trying to make the phone call back. All right. I'm going to put something on here real quick so I can make a quick phone call. I have to. And I just logged out. I can't believe it. All right, guys. So anyway, just to... I can't figure out how to get back in here, though, unfortunately. It's not getting me back into where I was. Ugh. All right, guys. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do it that way. Let me just... if you don't mind, I'm going to pop this back on for a second because it's the only thing I have here. I can't get back into YouTube right now. That's hilarious. This is going to play very quickly, okay? I will be right back.
When the stakes are high at work, you're
So I'm in Fairfield, Connecticut. Hold on. Let me see if I have anything else here. No, that's
the next election in a few months.
So I'm in Fairfield, Connecticut. It's Election Showdown 2022. Let's do it this way. This will at least allow me to play what I want to play. It's Election Day, baby. Today we make our vote count, hopefully. It's Election Day, baby. That's not what I wanted to put on. Today we make our vote count, hopefully. This is hilarious. When you're trying to put something on and you can't, this'll work, whatever this is. Here we go. I will be right back. Alright guys, cutting back in. Sorry. I've got a lot to do still tonight. That's why I have to get back to the show quickly. So I'm not really sure who is going to win. All I know is that it's going to be probably a long week. Typically, it's like, oh, we thought we had, and now we have to count the mail-in ballots. So that could be a thing. And if it does happen that way, I don't know. I don't think it's going to look as good tonight or then as it does tonight. So right now it looks like the House is being led by the Republicans. Let's just see. We have 90 to 48 currently. Jeez. 218 for a majority, though. So this is very early in the game. After 4 years in the minority, Republicans are well positioned to reclaim control of the House thanks to redistricting, historical trends, and the rash of Democratic retirements. But some big questions remain. Is the environment favorable enough that Republicans can push into deep blue territory in New York, Oregon, and New England? Can Democrats limit their losses by picking off some GOP incumbents in the seats that Joe Biden carried 2 years ago? Who's winning in the House? Well, again, it looks like there's a lot of red there. So in general, what they're watching, these are who the pundits are watching. California, I'm not sure why, because it's always blue. Illinois, Connecticut. Okay, so they have Hayes and Logan here. And again, all of these, none of this means anything to me, guys. All right, look, it's election night. However it works out, I hope that our country winds up in a better place than it is now. And that's going to be a real interesting conversation tomorrow or over the next week. So let me see if I can very quickly pop back onto the main screen for you. So I hope that things work out the way that we all want, which is to have a country that is thinking about the country and thinking about those who need most and not outside of the country. You know, our country should be focused on those in the country in need, and right now there's many. So let's hope that whoever winds up earning their seat, and by earn I mean whatever that is defined as in 2022, whoever our elected leaders are, hope that they lead with a good heart and good intentions. Doesn't seem to be that way for ever. So hopefully we can get some fighters in there. Anyway, I hope you guys have an awesome night. I hope you voted, and I hope you got your chance to at least perform that duty. It is a duty that you should perform as a citizen of this country. And who knows what kind of full effect it has if you really are the one that changes the balance. I doubt that, but it's your right. You should absolutely go out there and cast that vote. It's late now. You can't. If you didn't do it, shame on you. Till tomorrow, Chris, Pamela, Stacy, Bradley, O'Chelly. Let's see. I got Tim Beers, Dawn. Oh my goodness. Laura, Pamela. Let's see. What else do we got over here? Zabrowski's. Oh goodness, guys. Listen, tomorrow, hope to see you, and we'll hopefully have some answers on maybe a little bit of a change, maybe not. Unwashed, good to see you. Sorry, have to run, but I hope you'll watch the replay. And tomorrow, do it all over again. Until then, it's Mark Pyers. And it's At The Brink. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. You got to go away.